Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I am actually going to be posting an excerpt from my podcast. Mike and I recorded a podcast episode for my podcast the other day, and I put it on my podcast, but I have sort of chopped up the pieces that I wanted to share on here for you guys. And if you want to watch the whole episode, I will have that in the description box. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and see what we have to say about our financial situation and lots of exciting things happening. So we've been here for maybe not quite a year and a half, but pretty close by now. And over the past year and a half, we have been steadily working on getting out of debt and learning better financial habits and just getting out of debt basically has been the last year and a half, and we've been making so much progress. We had gotten rid of the truck, and oh man, what are all the things that have
just paying stuff off. So, part of it was, just getting stuff paid off. I got a tax return and was able to pay off a large chunk. So just having W-2 work again has helped a lot in that way. Not having to worry about setting aside taxes. Of course, I don't get to write off business expenses, but there's not much expenses for me anyway. So just getting paid and it gets withheld automatically. And then I got a good tax return to put into stuff, and just throwing money at everything. paid off one credit card already. It's a lot of little things tying up loose ends, and now we only have 3 credit cards left, and so we're really picking up momentum with all the stuff we've paid off already. So it just gets faster and faster, like a snowball thing,
yeah
that they talk about. So we have more and more money to keep putting into debt, and it's paying off pretty quick now. So we're starting to see light at the end of the tunnel of being able to rent again. I don't think we would really... we would still be a long way off from being able to buy something, but we've gained lots of knowledge, and we learned from our mistakes.
Yeah.
And that, I don't think that would ever happen again.
We will never do that again.
Yeah, we just didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And and going through it, like experiencing it and seeing what works and what doesn't is just huge. Like, we could almost have a course on that. Just like what really works and what is just hype. People trying to just hype up for their YouTube channel or something, you know?
For sure.
So, what matters what matters the most and what doesn't. Because I tried everything.
Yep. So, we've been down to the bottom of the barrel, and we're actually climbing back up. Oh, and the other thing is that we had a truck, as he said, and we got rid of it because of the huge payments. And so we were left, in the end, after everything, we were left with my car, which is not the best car.
It's actually pretty close to the worst car.
It's actually pretty bad.
Just like stuff going out on it.
It has let us sit so many times. It's not even funny. And
Brian literally rebuilt the whole engine, and it's still leaking oil.
Yeah.
That says nothing about his skills, because he rebuilds cars every day. It's just like that car.
Yeah.
Well, then we finally got the Prius.
Yeah.
Through a friend of ours. And so he was able to get a good deal on it for us, and he was kind enough to let us make payments to him, which is way better than debt, and it's already a pretty low price, so it's very manageable, and that we only have about $500 left on that, and then we'll own it outright. And he's already letting us use it too, so that's really changed. And the gas miles per gallon is just incredible on that thing.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. It's like I'm now spending like $50 every 2 weeks for gas.
Yeah.
And with the truck, it was crazy. It was like one time to work was like $20. So
Yeah.
this thing is just incredible. For it's a huge help and a huge factor in propelling us forward. That's kind of part of the reason we have so much velocity right now. So
Yeah.
and it's more reliable now. Her car is a backup, and I have a good reliable commuting vehicle that's not debt really. It's just paying back a friend. So that really helps too. So
And my car does still drive, but it's like I literally have to check the oil regularly to make sure that it's not out of oil. And yeah, it still drives, but it's like I'm always kind of worried as I'm driving it. Like it just feels like it's not reliable.
I joke and say it's a hybrid. It runs on gas and oil.
Oh, I know what I was going to say earlier. I was going to say that we joked that it was held together by angel feathers.
Yes.
And that as soon as we got a new car, it was just going to fall apart. Thankfully, that didn't happen. But, oh, that car has been a nightmare. But thankfully, it's being resolved with that new Prius.
Yeah, got you some new tires that we'll swap out soon because they were getting pretty worn out.
Yeah.
Just little things, working on everything we can, keeping it. It's kind of fun actually managing stuff so tightly and knowing exactly where every dollar has gone.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's like challenging myself and going over the numbers over and over and
Yeah.
going through it in my head and then looking at them on on my phone on paper and just like trying to iron out inefficiencies and like, oh, we could save money here, and is this really necessary?
Yeah.
Canceling subscriptions and
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. Keeps me busy, so I don't freak out. So it's like financially, I'm such a different person from just a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can trust myself now. If I like it now, I get money and I'm like, not first thing just going and spending it. I'm like, oh yeah, I want this, and I want that. No, I just like I look at it and I just think and think and think and think, and I'm like, okay, where can I put this to make? It's almost like a chess game. It's like what is the fewest moves that I can make to get forward? How can it? Where can I put this to go move forward the most with this one paycheck?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking when I
Yeah.
get paid. And then there are some things that I want, like the robot parts. But then I've thought it through, and I could have bought $200 of parts, but I just went with $25 of parts because I realized I could make the same thing for a lot cheaper with just this and that instead of what I would impulse buy.
Yeah.
So just thinking stuff through. So our goal for now, unless something else, unless we see another opportunity, for now we're on track to rent an apartment again. I think that's what we want to do with what we have right now. And we can take the lessons that we learned and build some side hustles and and also make sure that we're building a cash flow of surplus that we can put into savings and investments.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing. So, because we can't really save up enough cash to get a down payment for a house, and a house could be more of a liability than we could handle right now anyway. So it would be kind of more important to build cash flowing assets of some sort before buying a house.
Mm-hmm.
If we can even manage that,
Yeah. Like at this point, we can't, we can never see the future, but we can't see what the future holds. So, like, with our limited perspective, an apartment is the best choice.
We can't keep living in the camper forever. It's just a band-aid
Yeah.
survival move, and it's not ideal.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, and we want to get into a better living situation for Liam to.
And if we would have any more kids, it would feel really, really tight. Like, it would
It
feel.
wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work at all.
So if we want to grow our family, it just makes the most sense to move into an apartment.
And there's not really other options that we know of. Like, if we would try to buy something, we would have to save up a large down payment, which we couldn't reach in the next few years. Kind of lack of options, I guess. It's a lot of people face the lack of options thing, I guess.
And I can imagine that people might comment and say that we should move out of California because obviously California is not a good place financially to live if you want to if you want to get somewhere. Like, it doesn't seem like the best place, but we are here because God called us here, and we are not planning on moving unless God leads us to. So
it's kind of surrendering that. Like, it's something we're sacrificing. We're sacrificing being able to live and keep more of our money and buy a house somewhere where it might be cheaper and easier to live. We're sacrificing that for being able to work for God where He wants us to be.
Yeah.
And it's possible in the future He might lead us somewhere else.
Yeah.
When the time is right. But for now, we have assignments here, and we're just willing to sacrifice, just like going to Arizona and it seeming like it was a bad thing, but the end goal is actually good. Just following God no matter what. There are also Christians in history who followed God and they went to prison and were persecuted for their faith. So it's not necessarily like there's no standard that says that we should be wealthy.
Right.
And really, like, everything's on the table. We're willing to sacrifice anything for God.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we'll take care of Liam, but maybe sacrificing being wealthy in the future. But we aren't even necessarily sacrificing that. We're actually learning skills, sacrificing short-term comfort, being willing to go through short-term discomfort for long-term gain.
Yeah.
So we're willing to live in a state where it might be a little harder to get ahead.
Yeah.
If it means that we can serve God better.
And the truth is that God is the king of the world, and if he wanted to, he could just dump $1 million into our bank accounts. He could just make it appear out of thin air. But that's his choice, and he knows what to give us. He knows what's best. So we're just going to trust him to do what's best.
While also still doing everything in our power to be responsible and good stewards of what we do have.
Yeah.
We are going to be trying to build side hustles and
Mm-hmm.
increasing our income. So
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for joining us for today's episode, and thanks for joining me. It was fun.
yeah, it was fun. I had fun too.
And I will see you guys in another episode. Bye. That wave was super awkward.